Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, same old, same old.
Right on, right on. Awesome. You got any excited plans for the holidays, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna go eat shitty fucking Christmas dinner at my aunt's like usual. I think, pretty sure.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Okay, okay. Well, let's get this little interview going. Guys, Jeff's TTS is in or you could send TTS to Jeff. His fuck, dude, I can't speak. His Cash App is in the title. Cash App him. He'll do a TTS for you. So let's get this shit going. Desi, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, I just kind of want to know a little bit about how you're feeling after the tank right now.
I mean, mixed emotions. It sucks. Fucking what happened. Way we parted ways, but it was kind of my fuck up, my fault. That's what happens when you hang out in
Did they
Vegas.
so they actually did leave you in Vegas, right? Or did
Yeah,
they end up
no,
flying
no,
you out?
no. They sure did. They
So
sure
what
did.
happened
Uh, they
after that?
they had me go clean out, grab my stuff from the hotel room that Luke had torn apart looking for his man purse that I never took or touched, and had me pack my bag, and then they literally dropped me off in the corner of a bar parking lot.
How'd you end up getting home?
I mean, they gave me some transport money, but then they told me to call about a flight the next day. But they didn't tell you is they reimburse the flights. They don't give you a flight, and because it was just a big Amazon warehouse, Amazon services convention that ended, and then the rodeo came into town. Well, the fucking prices were not nice for tickets. They were way up there. So I burnt a couple bucks on hotel rooms and then Airbnb, and ended up stuck there for like an extra week and 2 days, I think, until I pretty much ran flat. And then luckily got a nice, awesome fucking ticket from Spirit Airlines. Shout out Spirit Airlines, getting the motherfucker
Yo,
home.
shout out Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, worst leg room in the world, and they charge you ridiculous money for your bags. But you get there eventually. As long as you don't mind 7 to 10, 11 hour fucking layovers between the here and there.
Well,
Oh, for sure.
glad you were able to get home safe.
And you know you can't sleep in airports anymore. Like they literally fucking wake you up. And if they have to wake you up more than like 3 times, you can be kicked out.
That's crazy. I had no clue that that was a thing.
No, no, yeah. Well, apparently it is a thing because there was some guy that was just like flopped out in the fucking lobby, and like security. This was in Baltimore. My layover. I fucking got there like 8:30 at night, and my flight didn't leave till 6:30 in the morning. And
Damn.
he was just like flopped out on and then he like went to the floor with a blanket. They woke him up a second time, and then he like was flopped out on the chairs, like, and they're like, "Yeah, sir, you're gonna have to come back for your flight." And he's like, "What am I supposed to do?" They're like, "Get a hotel room." Yeah, so they pretty much definitely told me he had to leave until he could come back for his flight.
Damn, all right. How are you feeling about like the fan base after Fish Tank? I don't know how much you've interacted on social media, but um are you kind of getting used to the attention now, or how are you feeling about that?
What do you mean by that? Like the fan base? Well, I mean, I've taken good ones, good hits and bad hits on that. Obviously, fucking plenty of trolls, even what I did, but surprisingly, even getting fucked off like I did. I got still a lot of love. Actually, fucking one guy, and fucking have to. His name's Chris, but shout out to him, man. He fucking paid. He paid for my last night hotel there. Otherwise, I was gonna end up sleeping outside in Vegas that night.
Shout out to Chris.
Well, it's awesome.
And he fucking got cold as fuck. He paid for my hotel, and then he actually sent a couple of bucks that went towards my ticket to get me out of there.
Nice.
Yeah, I was fucking surprised. I kind of put it as a joke when I put that bus stop photo. Like, I was kind of just roasting them a little bit because they were like, "Oh, we bet all the money on red and lost it, so Bert gets zero." So when I posted that, I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, no, I bet it all on black." And back to the bus stop.
That's awesome.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Kale, you have any other questions before I get to my list?
You can go ahead and start that real quick. I'm doing a little bit of advertising on the space, try to get more people in here.
Sure.
Yeah, if there's a link I could send to my IG. I mean, a lot of them probably jump over. I don't know how the fuck
Yeah, you should be able to at the very top. There should be like a little arrow, and you can copy that link and you can post it to your Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it.
Jeff, you said you used to work in carnivals, right? You were a carny?
Yeah, there's actually a video out there of me getting stabbed in the face with a dart by a 3-year-old.
Oh shit! Did you do like balloons?
What the fuck?
Balloon game.
Yeah. Well, not did you do balloons?
No, like you mean like balloon animals?
No. I meant like the balloon games where you throw a dart, pop
Oh
balloons.
yeah.
Nice.
Very. Yeah. It's a whole different
how long did you
type
do that for?
Jesus. I think I kind of still technically do it. Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, prize every time.
Teddy bears. Yeah, no, I guess I could probably still do that because I can pretty much jump into a carnival most anywhere in the United States.
Well, that'd be cool.
Jeff, we should do that. Travel the carnival and do it live.
All day,
like in-game streaming. All day.
Like Neon.
Yep.
It's not hard.
It's not hard. Miami Fair's coming up. West Palm. What do you guys think? Should Jeff go on tour? Carnival?
It's a lot of echo.
Talking. Can you mute?
Yeah, we got a lot of feedback right now. Sorry.
If Matthew or Jeff are talking, can one of you just mute yourselves while the other one's talking because it just kind of bounces?
Yep, I muted mine.
Cool. Yeah, I think live streaming that would be really cool if they would allow it.
There's no rules against it.
Right.
That won't be real done, Jeff.
Do you have any experience with them rigging carnival games?
That's not really a thing anymore. Actually, most state fairs, they have state police officers that come through and test every game. Almost every state fair now. It's very frowned upon now. Although I do know some tricks about some shit. But you can pretty much watch the show on I think it was on TLC or the Travel Channel. It pretty much gave away any of the tricks to any of the games that were still allowed that are legal, like tricks. Obviously, a basketball game fucking rins
make it smaller.
No, I mean you gotta just hit it the right way. It's like trying to make a baby.
Oh.
Okay.
One way works, the others don't.
Can I ask you some conspiracy theory questions? Do you mind if I ask you some of that?
Everybody loves a good conspiracy theory.
All right. What are your thoughts on 9/11 being an inside job?
Terribly possible, and probably more possible than we like to admit. Just watch a lot of shit about that. How even that all the flights were closed, but they flew out nationals and family members of rich oil Saudis and shit that were actually related to him. I think it was super possible, but also I think maybe just some shit got by because we were too confident in ourselves, or that's just how you start another world war. And if you want to attack the most precious thing in the world currently, you just make it look like those people just destroyed your infrastructure a little bit, and that's a perfect way to do it. Sounds like CIA fucking black conspiracy type shit to me.
Hell yeah, dude.
And actually, a lot of that too, even what was the Fahrenheit 9/11? Fucking, I forget the filmmaker.
Was it Michael Moore?
Yes, it was. Years ago. There was a lot of weird shit in that one. It's very believable.
Yeah, for sure.
Scary, actually. Put it that way.
Sorry, Kale, you go ahead.
I was going to ask you, Jeff, while you were in the tank, was there any fish that you really got along with outside of the tank at all, or did you have any favorites while you were there?
Alex B was for the short time we spent together. I mean, me and that kid had to go to war together, with prisoners who actually.
Fuck Alex.
It's funny because the two people here sitting me played prisoners, and I've known them from real life and didn't even realize it was them. As we were forcing them to put mustard and mayonnaise and shit in their hair and shave his head, and I didn't even realize.
Shit.
And then Symbol was a good homie. Me and Symbol hung out a lot in there, man. Cooked every morning. Because I could drink till fucking, they called me an alcoholic, but you know what? I drank till fucking 5 in the morning, and I was up at 8:30, 9 o'clock, like wide-eyed and bushy-tailed. I'm like, Joe,
Yeah. Were you,
Joe just falls out of chairs and falls on the walls and falls on his face when he drinks. So.
Yeah. So like I know Bert was one of like the early birds in the tank. Like he was always up and at it, you know. Like
because Bert never slept.
He was always Berting off, huh?
No, and dude, and I love Bert, but people with TTS kept that dude like up in there till 3, 4 in the morning, and I know that's why I think he was just always up because he would sleep during the day a little bit, but TTS would be like on him.
Okay. So I heard, like, I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to get into all that extra stuff, but I heard that production would like loop footage, like during the nighttime, and like stuff would happen during that time. Is that true?
Loop footage?
Like, were you aware, or yeah, like while people are supposed to be sleeping during like the night hours, were people like with stuff going on? Like,
no, dude, we were pretty much always up in that house until about 4:30, 5 o'clock. And then I'd be like one of the first people up in the kitchen, Symbol. And I was a dick too, because I would wake people up like, "Good morning, motherfuckers."
Yeah.
Just be an asshole. So I mean, I don't know about loop footage. It's tiny possible, but almost every night in that place that I was there, I was up till fucking 4:30, 5 o'clock, and that was basically right when everybody started crashing out. And I don't even know how, because bedroom 3, that TTS started roaring at about 5:30, 6 o'clock. People were going to work just to shit on us and be loud to like Mizzy and Thimble.
Okay. I got another question before I let Desi get back to it. What was your like overall experience with Frank in the house? Like how do you
fucking
like look
hated
back
Frank? I fucking hated him, and he set me to a place I've been trying to stay away from for a long time. Just the way I've lived my life.
Right.
Because I said a lot of shit and people made fun of it, but I swear to God, if that would have happened on the outside, it really would have hit that dude with either a shovel or a bat or a pipe.
No, he was fucked.
And he put, like, the shit he did really put a lot of people to that place. Like, Mizzy jumping on him. Fucking Symbol had a candlestick and a fucking, in a charger cable.
Yeah.
He really did it. And then when they took one of them, he picked up a piece of glass, and production had to run up there. And then Peyton, he set that girl off, and that girl fucking actually started decking his ass. And that was real as shit.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was
there was a video of that. That went viral.
And then they had to get him away from her because they were worried like she wouldn't. Yeah, they ended up paying him, but apparently then that was the end. It was like, bit done. Frank the antagonist, and they paid him $3,000 to leave. Well, the fish did. My fish bucks got mysteriously vanished during the time of Frank because he went through my bag, dumped it all over the place, poured fucking, I don't know what it was, milk, mayonnaise, or some shit in it.
Well, from my understanding, and I've never been on Fish Tank or anything like that, so I don't know firsthand. But from my understanding, like the whole like Frank Hassel thing, it's a bit, it's a character he plays.
Yeah,
and
until they wanted to just will pay to kick him out, and that's when it finally ended. That's when it said bit ended. Then when they finally paid it, and they said, "Okay, thank everybody, Frank," or let's all thank Frank for setting us off. But he really, dude, I don't know, man. That dude just takes you to a whole nother level.
So if you were able to speak to him right now, is there anything you
He
would
actually
say?
did check in on me. I tried to send a couple messages back, like, "Hey, how you doing?" But no,
Okay.
I said that to him as he left. I said, "Frank, in here, I don't think I could fuck with you, but maybe on the outside. But in here, you're a
Right.
fucking dick."
No, I totally hear you, man. I totally hear you. Okay.
And I,
Yep.
I hear that's not him on the out because he was one of the first to just message me and say, "Hey, you okay?" And I kind of just blew him off a little bit. Didn't really get back to
I
him.
can understand. It seems like you were going through quite a lot at
Yeah.
that time when they left you in Vegas, so it's understandable. Just don't want anything to do with the people involved, kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Uh, one more thing before I send it back to Desi. And make sure you go share this space. Let people know that we got Jeff in here. We got TTS donations live to his Cash App. It's in the title. Make sure you send him some stuff. Send him back to rehab. All right, Desi, it's on you.
Yeah. I had a few more questions, like conspiracy theory related, but I guess we kind of moved it to more fish tank questions. So I guess we can kind of jump into the big question
My
that
bad.
everyone is kind of. No, you're good. You're good. I'm fine with it. I just thought it'd be kind of goofy to and like lighthearted to ask some conspiracy theory stuff, but since we're more on the topic of fish tank, I want to ask the big question, which is they had discussed that they found some paraphernalia in your bag, and I was wondering if you could like elaborate on that.
Let me elaborate. I really won't, but I will say yes, I did.
Valid. That's valid. Are you? We heard
Because
from a friend.
I don't
Sorry.
want it to result in something more than I need, but I will just. I mean, it's not fucking obvious. It's obvious, but yeah, they found something, and the way they found it is because Luke ripped through all my shit looking for his shit. So, which is kind of how they threatened me with police. But I think they knew that they were at the fucking wrong too. Like, why were you in a hotel room ripping through my bags?
Yeah, that's fair. And I don't expect you to say anything you're not
But that's
comfortable
also
with.
what happens, when you have well, now I'm a relapse addict, but or was recovering. Well, not the whole 12 steps. I was still an alcoholic, but I managed to push away other demons. But that's what happens. You get drunk and go fucking hang out at fucking while everybody else is sleeping at fucking middle of the fucking night in Vegas for fucking 8 hours. It just got kind of bumped into you.
Yeah, Vegas is
Literally.
definitely the best place for an addict either.
No, and I didn't even manage. I wasn't even trying to find anything. And all I ended up doing was like going outside to smoke a cigarette, and it was like, oh well, what? Fuck it, nobody will know.
Right? I get it.
That,
I really
that
appreciate
idea
that.
went fucking right out the window.
It happens, man. One step
Into a
at a time.
bar parking lot in Vegas. That's where that idea brought me.
For sure. Okay, well, like I said, I really appreciate your honesty. And then we did hear from a friend that you were planning to go to rehab, which is a huge reason why we're having donations here right now to kind of help you out with things that you need for that. Could you tell us like a little more about that and
Well,
like
it's
you
funny
don't
actually.
necessarily have to say like what you're going for, but if you like have like a plan in mind for that, I'd be interested to know a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so actually it's fucked up. It's kind of not like weirdly funny, but the way it interacted today. So I went to elbow my old boss, and we actually fucking drove by the place that I'm inquiring about. It's called Zinnia House, and it's in Exeter, Rhode Island. And I put the paperwork through to the council people that set you up. I just got to deal with like my health insurance. I don't really have any right now, so either I got to get some of that or have cash to go in. But so I don't know if he just thought I was bullshit, but he actually picked me up today and just brought me there to talk to the people in hand. And so basically, like if I can get my health insurance fixed, I could be there on their dime that way. But the extra things they don't help you out with. Like you need your own clothes, you need your own clean
Oh yeah.
laundry done. You need like, if you want anything besides a fucking 3-piece meal that has to be donated or delivered to you or paid for by outside family. If you need anything more than fucking a pencil, that's all going to be paid for, and it would look like a 30 to 90-day stay to do it the right way.
Yep. Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah. They
It's
put
a
a little
journey.
bit up to it, but I mean, basically, it's almost like a prison. Technically, you just get a little more freedom. But I've never actually been to one my whole entire life. Been to a psych unit once, cooking the fuck out and smashing a bunch of shit, and smashing somebody, but never rehab. Just kind of always just pushed it down, and sometimes them demons just bounce back up.
For sure. Well, we're very proud of
I'm
you
not
and
gonna say I'm a
happy.
perfect person by any fucking means, but
No,
I
none of us are.
part.
We all have our issues.
And there's a lot of people
But,
around me that know that, in real life, and they've dealt me, and once or twice have been fucking horrible person, but most of my last good 10 years have been a good person. I think so.
good.
Speaking of being a good person, oh, I'm sorry. Did you have something to say, Desi?
No.
Okay. So I heard some things. I'm be honest. I kind of died off at one point watching the show for a little bit, so I didn't catch everything. But I heard through the grapevine allegedly you had maybe, I don't know, accidentally sold fentanyl to a child. Are you able to clear up those allegations, or?
Never sold fentanyl to a child, so my family grew up selling drugs. I didn't personally do it. I don't know. They've always just kind of been around me, and it wasn't to a child. It was to an older person who actually just kind of requested it, and they just kind of did it as a favor and got it. I always sold cocaine.
Okay, I get you.
That's just what Job started when somebody said it over TTS. He was like, "Oh, he fucking sells fent to kids."
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he still said that. He said that in a fucking interview the other day. He was talking to fucking Marissa.
Yeah, he did
Yeah,
say.
I saw that. That's part of why I was curious about that.
Yeah, Mizzy said, "Really?" And Job went, "I don't know. I just made it up." But either way, how long did you?
I mean, you can Google mine. A lot of my criminal history is on it, but it's been more. I had more gun charges in my life than I did drug charges, which is fucked up to say, but I grew up in a rough neighborhood, man. Fucking shit happens.
How long did you sell? If you don't mind me asking.
Sell?
Yeah, you said you were selling coke.
From like on a time I was like 17 till I was like 22 when I went to jail. Selling drugs.
It's about like 5 years. Yeah.
And then I started back up again. And I was like 28, and then it died off when I was like 30. And I wasn't even like selling drugs. It was just like, if I was around and I could get it for you, $20, $20, man. Not in a gay way.
For sure.
Not in a gay way.
I'm not gay. It's $20,
Perfect.
Still just knew a lot of people that did dirtbag shit. Black Dragon is real.
Black Dragon? Yeah, tell that to
Talking about
Dragon.
Bert and his Black Dragon. That man absolutely has a giant black dragon. But I felt it under my elbow.
The Black Dragon.
Jesus.
Too bad we'll never see it again.
No.
Never say never.
I don't know. He's a male sex worker. What you gotta do is call the phone number. I was actually trying to find. I had one of his business cards. This is the craziest business card I've ever seen in my life.
He's back in Jersey.
Awesome.
2 days ago.
Did you guys ever see the business card?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know about Jim O'Hara?
What?
Do you know about Jim O'Hara, Bert's other name?
No.
I'll have to send you some stuff about it. It's really interesting. He used to do like tutoring scams and stuff and went by the name Jim O'Hara. And his business card for that looks exactly the same
Oh
as the
yeah,
Bert business card.
it says like he's an academic and tutor.
Yep.
And I get the 160 IQ, but also things I've read, you know, you can have a 160 IQ at 10 years old, but that changes when you get tested at 25 years old.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, not to say, but he is a smart fucking person. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. Who knows? You know, I don't know.
Smart guy with a big hog.
Bert's a good person, but I think a lot of that shit, they put that boy through even more stress than I went through.
Jeff, I just want to really
Unless
quick
he's just
ask
the
if
best method actor ever in the world.
Jeff, I really quick just want to ask if you were able to get any TTS donations so far from the chat. If you could take a look at your Cash App for us.
To be honest, I don't even think I'm signed into it. I didn't really even care.
Oh, okay.
It's actually just the first interview I did. Marissa wanted to interview me, but kind of put her on the back page for a second. She looked like she was interviewing enough fucking people.
Yeah, for sure.
And I actually want to do this one first before I would fucking submit to fucking her. Fucking, I can only imagine what she's gonna try to rile up. And I do like Missy. I considered a homie. At first I didn't really like her, but then I did. Like, I thought she became a homie.
Jimmy from season 2 is here. I just want to say hi. Thank you so much for joining us, Jimmy.
Hope you're doing well, Jimmy.
Jimmy! Come here.
Jimmy, how's it going, buddy?
Jimmy.
It's going good. Right now I'm working at a boiler. I just found some other just absolute degenerate of society who I beat over the head repeatedly with a monkey wrench, and I put him into the boiler. He should be turned to fine ash by the end of my shift. I've taken up the hobby
Dude, let's fucking go.
I've taken up the hobby.
Is that how Sam got rid of Ted?
Yeah, kind of. You see, I created the term "Anne Franking" for cleaning up dangerous communities. We just Anne Frank the bad guys and put them in ovens. And since the boiler I run is over 1,000 degrees, it can actually cremate them. So we've been doing pretty good. Been doing pretty terrific, actually.
Well, remind me not to hang out with you. I don't need to catch any more charges.
Well, okay then. You don't want to go to you don't want to come to Chester, Pennsylvania. It's worse than Detroit.
Hey, no Detroit slander.
Just shout them out.
Can I just give 2 shout-outs real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yep, go
Ronald
ahead, man.
Exum for Jeff Berkland. Dustin Smith, Errol Bear for Pee Pee and Poo Poo.
Hi, Sylvia. I invite you to speak if you would like to as well.
Who is that? Who is that to?
Sylvia from season 1.
Oh,
she's here as well.
Yeah, fucking throw him. That's my cord.
Jimmy, do you have any questions for Jeff by any chance? I'm not sure if you watched much of season 3.
Connor is also here.
Connor!
Connor, you want to come up here and say anything to Jeff, man?
Connor O'Reilly.
Connor's my good drinking buddy.
Desi, can you can you get Connor up here?
Oh no, he did get.
Yeah, Connor, I just invited you. You just have to accept the request.
I did have a question.
Yeah, go for it, Jimmy.
So this question is for Jeff. So Jeff, when you were in Las Vegas, you decided to take the camera and go to the Hentai Museum. What inspired you to go to the Hentai Museum? And why did you linger in the scat section for so long? The audience was really confused. Were you told to go to that Hentai Museum? Or was that just something of your own volition? Like, you just wanted to go on your little adventure.
The what?
The
What is
hentai
it?
museum. Jeff, don't you remember? You need to look up fish tank scat hentai. You were there. Do you not remember, bro?
No, this is a new one to me.
Yeah, Jeff, the audience was really, really confused by it.
Hold on. Unless they cut and edit something that I don't even know about. This is the first I'm hearing. Hold on.
We're looking it up.
We're looking it up now.
Say it again.
Fish tank scat hentai. HENTAI. It's like
Everybody look that up right now.
I'm
Everybody
so
look
confused.
it up right
I
now.
really don't give a fuck either what anybody thinks about
Let's
me.
figure that one out.
Scat hentai. You said hentai?
Yes.
HE and like hentai Japanese anime porn?
Yeah.
Scat hentai. I'm so confused right now.
You shouldn't even have to look up fish tank. You could just look up scat hentai and it should show up.
I'm so
I'm
confused.
not looking at scat hentai.
Hold on.
Scat
What, on
hentai.
YouTube?
Yeah, no, you could probably just Google it and then go to Google Images and you should be able to see
They had
yourself.
to cut the YouTube stream when you went to it. This is after you guys did the, I can't remember if it was tequila or Everclear or some sort of odd liquor that they found, but they made you guys drink a lot of it. And then you just took the camera and wandered off. And yeah, everyone was just really scratching their heads confused. To your credit, your camera was the longest running one that night.
So if I look up scat hentai, Google Images, I'm still and I put fish tank, I'm just seeing scat hentai and women shitting. Is that am I just getting fucking
Welcome to the world of trolls.
am I getting rickrolled right now? I feel
Oh
like I'm
man,
getting rickrolled.
gosh, maybe Sam and them just scrubbed it from the internet because they were just so confused. Maybe there was some esoteric knowledge in the hentai museum they didn't want us to find out.
Or you just rickrolled the shit out of me. So good for you.
Maybe if you look up scat lolly hentai, you'll be able to find it.
Okay, now I know it wasn't that bad.
No. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. You got a win on that one. You definitely caught a W. I take that one with pride too. I never knew that it's even a product of fucking hentai. Jesus.
So
my cousin had a weird phase with hentai fucking when he was younger. He was like 13, 14. My cousin Jesse, dude. I mean, he was. Man, I wouldn't even let him use my computer anymore. Like, just things that would fucking be in my history. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, they had, dude, these kids would hang out too, like 14, 15, and just sit there and watch weird hentai porn and laugh and joke to it. And I was just sitting there. I remember going over there one time, like, wait, why the fuck you guys just all drinking beer watching weird hentai porn?
Tell them about your wall here.
Oh, the wall? It's not.
Yeah.
This is the wall of shame. Well, I have the wall of shame here. I've got Alex B's shoes. They're on my wall. I've got a couple pairs of panties from Vegas. Well, no, actually I lied. One's from Vegas. That one's from here. This is from Vegas. That's a pair of cards out of the deck of cards on the RV, so they couldn't play the full deck anymore because like that.
He took the royal flush out of the deck of cards.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just a bitch, I know. Oh, I have some zips. Real ones and the fake ones. Oh, that's a happy birthday from the house. That's from the house. Took that day left. Alex B's shoes are the nicest addition, though. They still smell like mustard and mayonnaise. Your way to add a picture? All right.
You know, you could probably sell those to someone in the fish tank community. They'd probably pay big bucks for that shit.
Yeah,
well, I know what? I even showed
Sell
him that I was taking them the fucking day of when I was leaving. I even put it up to the camera. I was like, Alex, taking your shoes. They're fucked up anyway, but if you ever want them back, hit me up. He never has, so. I guess possession's 9/10 the law, right?
Yeah, I mean, shit, dude. The way I see it, you could fund your whole rehab trip with those shoes.
Fine. Well, he's rich enough. Maybe I should just sell them back to him.
I think Bert would pay big money to sniff those shoes and Bert off.
Dude, I think an item of Alex B's is something that he literally doesn't have. I mean, he paid $2,000 to play a prisoner. I'll take 1,000 for Alex B's shoes.
You know, gosh, what was I about to say? You know, I'm sure it'll come back to me.
Do we have anybody who wants to ask a question to Jeff real quick? Go ahead and raise your hand in the chat, and I'll invite you to speak. Fucking nobody.
I feel like
Jimmy, you can
your
talk.
life is like fucking
So
nothing.
I can't remember who did it. I think it was during the prisoner bit. Did any of you guys find the log of poop that one of the prisoners just splattered on the wall in the house?
What?
Yeah, one of them
No.
said, "You want to treat me like an ape? I'll act like an ape." So he shit in his hand on camera and threw it at a wall. And it just splattered there, and I think fell behind something, like a shelf or something like that.
Who?
Which one?
I'm not sure. I'd have to rewatch the tape.
Prisoner 9.
Oh, I think that was Symbol.
I was prisoner 5.
The only ones who were left towards the end were 15-8.
I wouldn't put it past the dude, the
That was 15.
mountain-looking dude.
The one
15.
that was cooking in the kitchen.
The one that just went in there and started cooking and singing to the food.
I mean, I went in there and showered, so.
Yeah.
Hey, Desi, can you approve some of the speakers and give them a chance to speak for me real quick?
Yeah.
Just do like one at a time. Okay.
Sure.
Just let them ask a question, then just remove them.
All right, Angel, if you would like to say something. Angel, I'm gonna need you to say something, or I'm gonna have to remove you. All right. John, I will go ahead and add you. And you can go ahead and ask a question if you'd like.
Hey Jeff,
Yeah.
what does Bert smell like?
That guy actually showers like 3 times a day. But I don't know if he actually like, because I seen a shower up there in the penthouse, dude, where Connor and them were staying, Job. That fucking bathroom and shower is some of the nastiest things I've ever seen in my life, dude. And those 3 all used it. Like the toilet had shit sprays on the back of it. So like he did shower a bunch, but I don't know if he was just rinse offs. But no, I mean he never stunk.
Why did he shit like that?
Dude, I don't know. And he did it to multiple toilets in the house. Like maybe he's just so big he doesn't realize, or maybe really because it's true that he does have a Brazilian butt lift. So he just
and muscle implants.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just leaned forward like he still doesn't have them, but he literally would spray shit like right up underneath the lid, and then sometimes onto the lid of the toilet, and then would just flush it. And called him the serial shitter. Well, at least I did. And then I yelled at him one time. And I was like, dude, you cannot use all the fucking bathrooms in the house. Like, shit in one.
Jimmy, you can go ahead.
Beautiful.
I would first like to give you props for segregating the colors and the whites this season. We really need someone to step up and do that. The other thing is I just remembered a very crucial detail. So on top of Bert's wacky backstory being a con artist, we did find out that he is, I think his parents or his grandparents, they actually own an African gold mine, which explains where he keeps getting all his money from. Now, you did just remind me of another horrifying scene. I'm pretty sure this is why they didn't pay Bert. I guess it's something that African homosexuals do, like that one preacher said during his warning to the African people about homosexuals. But Bert many times would eat his poo-poo and say, "Yum yum chocolate." I think that's why he kept purposely shitting on the toilet seat. He would just like scrape it off and lick his fingers. And it was just so horrible. People found it funny when he would bird off, but when he started eating his feces, that's when people started getting concerned.
Jeff
Who's-gay?
right now is absolutely mind blowing.
That's
No,
when you
so-
got concerned.
Yeah, there was a lot more times to be concerned before that. But holy Jesus, buddy, you just gave me a visual I had to think about. Oh my God.
You thinking
It's
about the Black
disturbing.
Dragon again, huh?
No, I'm actually just honestly thinking about when Bert poured those chocolate M&Ms in my mouth and if his hands were washed. I don't care about the weird gay shit I had to do, but now I'm just worried his fingers were washed before he did it.
You love that gay shit you did.
Oh no. It was funny though.
It's funny until it wasn't, right?
Yeah, it's always funny until it ain't funny anymore.
I do know this was before you got there. Sam actually had to remove a penis pump from Bert's bag and get rid of it because naturally those
I can totally see being entirely legitimate.
Yeah, it was really because it was really dangerous, and the last thing they wanted is someone having a penile injury on the show. And he was already pushing the limit with his amount of birding off, but he was censoring himself for the most part.
Jesus.
That blanket had to have been nasty.
He did say last night on a stream that he likes to use the blanket because it feels soft rather than using his hands. So I'm assuming he also does that at home.
Oh my God, just a whole blanket to come rag?
It's just one giant ski drag.
Actually, one toy that
I use baby wipes. They're soft.
Wait, you don't use dude wipes?
I mean, if I had some more.
Shout out Dude Wipe, shout out Manscaped.
Oh fuck, where's my bag? Actually, that was
Hey Jimmy, what were you about to say?
I was just gonna ask Jeff what he thought of Alex B's wife.
I like Alex B, so I'm gonna plead the fifth on this one.
Wow.
But I don't know.
If you like Alex B, you should probably just be honest, right?
She's huge.
That doesn't even matter for anything. It's her. I don't know. She's just very aggressive personality.
She was actually supposed to stay longer, and I was supposed to show up as Captain Ahab, but her and her daughter left after ruining a bunch of bits.
That would have been fucking hilarious, Jimmy.
She came in with a fucking knapsack full of fucking nips. And I didn't have a drink in like a day or two when I found out. I was like, oh my God, you got nips? And she like pulled out the bag. She goes, yeah, but they're all empty. I was like, she goes, yeah, man.
Did she scare you, Jeff?
What?
Did she scare you?
No, I was just pissed she didn't have any more nips, but then it made a lot of sense because she had quite a collection of empty nips in that bag.
Okay. Were you scared of Bird at all during the show?
Yeah, like fucking second day when he tried to corner me in bedroom 2, close the door behind me, and then I had to like slap him on the shoulder, like, look, bud, you know, you're a nice, beautiful big black man, but I am not homosexual. So it'll work.
Right. And I remember that one part where they had
Every time my fingers go in my ass is when I'm scratching it. It was a hot, sweaty day. Peeling my boxes out, like, ugh. Yeah, about as fucking far as anything goes in my butt cheeks.
Have you talked to Bird about
Jeff?
Yeah.
Since being kicked out of the RV?
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, he was asking if you had spoken to Bert yet.
Oh, not yet. Honestly, I kind of feel bad, but it was looking like he was doing his whole gloating thing, so I didn't want to kind of burn up his shit just by, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like I should, though.
Guys, if we can get Bert in here, everybody share this space, tag Bert, let's get him in here, see if he wants to say hi to Jeff, talk about things.
Who's got his business card? It's actually his phone number on it. Somebody can find the business. I don't know where the fuck the one I had. I'd actually just try to call him.
Jimmy.
But no, I wouldn't sell the children.
Now, Jeff, be careful of this man. he's a junkie, but he likes to inject the drugs into his penis.
Sounds like Bert.
If you do sell to him, he will take pictures of his penis after he shot up down his pee hole, and he will ask you to rate the track marks along his shaft.
Is that what is he shooting up? Testosterone, TDRs like Bert?
No, instead of using a vein in his arm, he just uses a vein in his penis to shoot up drugs.
Well, I mean, that's on him, I guess.
His penis is black and like necrosis. It's pretty bad.
Oh, so it looks like what was that movie? Orange is I can't remember.
Eddie, go ahead and
Okay.
you want to speak?
Yo, what's up, Jeff? My question is, how did you get so good at acting?